everybody. We're Bill McKenna. Hi, Bill.
Hi.
And Liz Larson. And we're the co-creators of the Cognomovement system. And if you don't know us, that's who we are. And we are chatting about Cognomovement, the system that we created, the transformational modality or system. We're talking about how this is so different from so many other modalities or ways of treating or creating change. In fact, we realized that we're really changing the paradigm of what it means to create change. We're doing it on another level. So, Bill, talk to everyone a little bit about how you see Cognomovement being different from other things. You and I have both studied everything. We've had these experiences. How do you see it as different?
So, Cognomovement is really a system that incorporates what I would say all of you. What I mean by all of you is it utilizes your physical body, it utilizes your meridians, it utilizes your energy centers, it utilizes the biofield around you. It utilizes all of these things along with your voice, your mind, your point of view. It utilizes all of these to help to create change. We discovered that you have a natural resistance to change, right? Good. It's skepticism and keeping things in homeostasis, whatever your life is about right now. And most people don't like change. But what we found is that for the things that are not healthy or the things that are keeping us from kind of a super life, ourselves and our customers from having an extraordinary life, those things are deeply rooted typically in the subconscious, and that means in the physical body, the somatic. And we find that if one way that we're going after an issue doesn't work, that another different approach will. Within a session, we utilize all of these different methods to basically create a natural neurological response that will change the person. And these changes are really significant.
It's so true. And I think another thing that so interests me so much about what we do, and it interests me every day, is that all those pieces that you were talking about, breath work, I don't know if you mentioned cross body movement, we use neurological stimulation, all of those we are using in ways that nobody else is using. We're putting pieces together that don't normally go together. Breath work and acupressure, actually. We're using complex symbol, color, and shape, along with auditory cues. We are mixing and matching every way that the body sends signals. You mentioned neurology. We are actually working on your power lines in your nervous system. And we know that every signal, every way that the body communicates with itself can be adjusted. So I think what interests me so much is it's like having a mechanic's toolbox where the tools that we learn, that our practitioners learn how to use, tools that change the nervous system, we can pick and choose the right tool for the right neurological setup. It's very, very exciting. And I think what I said in the beginning is that we're changing the way that the paradigm about how change can happen. Cognomovement, as in the name, talks about movement. And some people think it's just a series of movements, like you said, somatic work. And yeah, that's true in some ways, but it's actually an ideology, a new ideology about the way that the nervous system generates the life that you have, good, bad, or ugly. And the way that we use these tools to make those adjustments, and you mentioned the field, the biofield, we make those adjustments in the body and also in that field. It's amazing what can be changed. So, talk about that for just a minute, Bill. What are some of the things that can be changed or adjusted when we tweak that electrical system, that nervous system?
Gosh, it is not only what you'll actually feel it in your body differently, going from, let's say, despair to peace. But also, you can actually feel it in the literal field around you. I know it sounds crazy to a lot of people, but it's actually tangible. And we show you how you can actually feel that in the field around you. But more importantly, is that it affects the person's life. We have seen everything change from health to people's relationships, financial situations, fame, wealth, you name it. It has happened. And that's one of the joys of this work, is being a practitioner is helping somebody through that process to get what they really want. And I call it the funnest job you'll ever do. It's not even really even a job, because it's so fun.
It's so true. And the truth is, this is what we've discovered, that the way that nervous system is tuned up or out of tune, just like any engine, we're talking about electricity, motor, horsepower. The way your nervous system is set up in the beginning and then tuned up or out of tune creates the life that you're living. It changes your life instantly. So, like Bill said, it is so fun to see these instantaneous changes when we use this whole set of tools that's in this toolbox to make these adjustments within the body, the brain, the nervous system, all of its systems, energetic system as a whole. The perspective changes so rapidly, so quickly, that you see a brand new person right in front of you in minutes. We discovered, this is so interesting. We discovered, Bill and I, that the body has perspective and the mind also has many, many, many perspectives. And then the brain has other perspectives on top of that. So, however your nervous system is tuned up, that's the one perspective you can see right now. We created a modality that allows the body, mind, spirit, and consciousness to move through all the possible perspectives in seconds. So the person, if you're doing it for yourself or if you're doing it for your client, gets to have that whole experience. It's like being able to see the world from above. You utilize every perspective that your body holds and then just choose the one that works best for your life, resetting the whole pattern. And then that new pattern generates your new life. And we see it happen instantly. We have like 1 minute, Bill. Would you just share one of those amazing stories where it happened? Like, person walked out the door and everything was different.
Oh my gosh, there are so many of those. One story that I love to tell is a woman who didn't even need to walk out the door. Literally, the phone was ringing in the middle of the session, where she had worked on a close relationship, a family relationship, and what happened is there was a lot of resentment in between her and her daughter, and she did the session, and then the phone started ringing. By the time the session ended, she got on the phone, and it was her son calling saying the other daughter was inviting everybody over for Thanksgiving dinner, and it was unheard of. Nobody even knew where the other sibling lived, and furthermore, the mother-daughter became best friends after that. So she was she was saying, "Oh, my new BFF," which, in the months and years that followed, that's what happened. So it was really fun. It's fun work. It's really rewarding work.
That is so true. And we have thousands of stories just like that, not just from us. Our practitioners create changes in the people that they work with that are absolutely extraordinary. In fact, they really do feel like miracles. So if you're a person who's heard this and you really feel like you could use a modality that has this many tools and that has this kind of new way of thinking about transformational change for yourself or for somebody else, and you already have a business, you already are a therapist, a physical therapist, a practitioner of some kind, you want to add something that will help really accelerate that change, follow the link below and look into our practitioner training. It's coming up. It's really brand new and it's very exciting. Okay, Bill, in the next segment, let's talk about what kinds of things Cognomovement can change. Sound good? All right, we'll see you guys on the next video.